Hey, there we are. Ooh. Oh no, I forgot the most important part. There we go. Whew, forgot to stream without my hat on. That's a cardinal sin. Oh hey, Oscar. Music's hype. Yes, it very much is. That's the main battle theme from Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which I have been enjoying quite a bit. Okay, my audio thing's being weird. Hold on, I'm setting my playlist up. Turn that down a little more on my end. Oop. Yeah, hey Oscar. Don't mind the brief delay as I try to fix my stinking audio. Okay, cool. That should do it. Okay, cool. Great, so... Okay, yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So I'm gonna start with a little something I've been working on. This is the work-in-progress logo for our game studio, which we're calling Drip Feed Games, because it's kind of a fun name, it's fairly memorable, rolls off the tongue. And my first goal for the night is just going to be working on this a little bit, refining it. Maybe might not try to go too far with it tonight, might just sort of take my time, get a little progress on this, and then do the usual game development stuff. But for now, yeah, I've just got a couple things that I wanted to improve on this, with this design. First thing that... a little hair in my eye. First thing I want to do is see if I can't figure out how to make it a little sharper. Because you can see a lot of, like, crusty edges here. This shape's not particularly even. It kind of, like, juts in there. So, I'm probably going to remake this whole thing from scratch. Yeah, so let's go ahead and actually get started on that by setting this. It's kind of an opaque layer in the back there. Okay, so we're gonna start by getting the words out. We'll do each of these one at a time, so they're like individual text layers I can alter, and then I'll turn them into what are known as... what are they called again? It's vector... There's vector graphics, and then there's something else graphics. They're gonna be whatever else graphics. So, they'll actually be, like, legible from scaling it properly. Did that make sense? I don't know if that made sense, the way I just said it. Ah, well. So, I'm gonna remake the logo. Let's go through these fonts, see if there's anything that's, I know... Stay in your seats. I know this is the most enthralling content you've ever seen. Picking a font, but... okay. So what we need is something nice and blocky, but still has a good sense of personality, not something overdone. Like this Broadway font, it's not a bad font, but it's overdone. Like, I feel like I've seen this on many other things. Raster, that's exactly what it is. Thank you, Oscar. Raster graphics, yeah. It's like, you know, we're not going to use Papyrus, right? Like, Papyrus is just not a good font for a logo, or for anything, because it's been overused to hell and back. You want to pick something original, something distinct. Or just something that looks like this isn't super distinctive, but I think it sort of conveys... This kind of conveys the tone that we want to have, something kind of big and bold. Not quite. This one's not bad. You know, I might just stick with the font that I already used. Comic Sans is original. Definitely not going to use Comic Sans. This one's not bad. It's a little... I don't really like the rounded. A little basic. What about Bond Shrift Semi-Bold? Yeah, okay, that's one I did use. This one's not bad. It's nice and punchy, but still, like, it's the right font that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? With that being said, let me get the words in approximate place. Near it. Yeah, so I need to rethink a little bit about what exactly it is that I'm going to alter. Because like I said, this is our current studio logo. It's not bad. but I feel like I can do more. I made this is like my first draft of the logo, and I think it's a strong first draft, but I can do better, and I will do better. So, there we go. Ooh, let me make sure that my... Okay, cool. Just making sure my audio was correctly scrambled. I don't think it's really a fitting term for it, but whatever. Okay, we got that. And then we drag this on down. Maybe up a little more. I want the spacing to be roughly consistent. Games. There we go. Now we've got one complete layer. And you can see we've got the base right there. So we got the text back in. So the two things I wanted to do, at least I wanted to try with this, is maybe make it a little bit more jagged in places. So you get like some more harsh angles, more interesting diagonals, maybe less of this little rounded look, make it a little more sharp. So I'm just gonna use just like black as a good little starting image, starting color. I need a pen that's I'll use this one, since it's nice and sharp. That's about a good size, yeah. And I'm just gonna roughly block out some shapes, because this probably isn't gonna be the final one. I want to be able to really take my time and refine a lot of things on the final. So I'll probably do that off stream, since I don't think it'll be quite as interesting to, watch me slowly tweak a bunch of tiny little things. There's like a couple little bumps and stuff here, which is pretty minor. Like you can like almost see it from this distance, but like not really. I still want to fix it for the whole thing. It's gonna be a nice clean logo when all is said and done. Alright, I was just talking about how I don't really need to fix this right now, but it's honestly bothering me, so I'm gonna get rid of this. What program is this? This is Krita. It's a really good free software that I've been using for a good couple of years now, and it's served me well. Okay, so we got some nice diagonals. Let's try keeping that going here. So like a straight corner here. It's not bad. We'll have a slightly more sheared corner here. And like a bit of an upward diagonal, maybe? Let's try that. Okay, actually I did think of something I should probably fix for this. Here's what I think I want to do. I'm going to grab this, crop that out, and then I will grab all this, and we will match the angles. So we get something like that. So you get that. It's sort of, well, that doesn't quite match. Not the way I want it to anyways. That's a little too far down. Say like right about here. Kind of want it to look approximately congruent. Parallel, I mean. There we go. That looks good. And then we just, whatever, sort of loosely fit these in place. Like I said, we'll fix this as we go along. Well, probably at a later time. Now, do I like that? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Huh. Well, I'll hold off on changing anything too drastically. I want to sort of get everything in place first. Okay, so I'm just going to use this shape as a placeholder for now, because that was a real pain to draw the first time. So just got to cut this out. And paste it onto that layer. There we go. Okay, so now we can do some alterations to the shape however we feel. Like I can shear off a corner here. Wrong layer. Can shear off a corner here. Sort of make it a little more fitting. Something like that. Yeah, I think... I need to make sure that these feel motivated in a sense. So like there's an upward slant here, so there should be a matching upward slant here. Like something like, oops, that's the eraser. Something like that, where they have the same diagonal. I think that just makes it look a lot nicer. Although I still don't think this is quite working. I think I might need to make the angles a little bit more extreme. So we're gonna... Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this shape out for later use. Because I'm gonna want to use... And I'm gonna want to use... I keep not grabbing all of it. There we go. So we're gonna save that little bit for later. But we're gonna start over. That was not quite what I was hoping to achieve. So we're gonna make it a bit more angular. We're gonna make this shape a little more jagged. So start by putting this sort of like right up here, and then giving it this diagonal. And we'll give it a slight downwards incline. There we go, it's not bad. And then we will match the diagonal. Then we go up to, say, about here with a slight outwards diagonal. Go down like that. And do a little something like this. Yeah, that looks a little bit nicer. I think that just feels more congruous. We can grab this shape back. Lift it up a little. Oh no, I cut these two as well. Oh yeah, I should have thought about that. Let's get rid of that. So put it right here. We can even have it intersecting and then crop out whatever it is that we do not need. So let me grab my line tool once again, and we'll just shear out a line, something like that. Okay, that's not bad. Maybe a little too much, actually, too much of a gap. That. I think that works a little better, spacing-wise. Oop, wrong layer. Huh? Oh, I have the eraser tool selected. Oops. I was trying to do a paint. Whoop. Trying to do a paint bucket with an empty bucket. Okay, so we got this in place. Yeah, I mean, I like these angles, but I feel like it's still kind of missing something. Maybe try filling this in. And then we'll cut that, make it look... Oh, wrong layer. I'll just fuse it all into one layer for now. Okay, I like that a lot more. Yeah, we're gonna keep the angles a little bit more... not weird. Oh. Well, Krita just crashed on me. Well, let me get Krita pulled back up. I don't know why that happened. It doesn't usually crash on me, and the only times it has is when I was doing something particularly intensive. That was just a very small image that I was altering. I don't know why I was doing that. No, I lost all my progress. Alright, well. Guess that's my fault for not saving constantly. Let me get it back up. We'll save this as a new file and save it every 30 seconds, like I should have been doing. We'll call it drip feed rev 2. Alright. Then we bring it back. Bam. Alright. So, we're gonna have to do this again. It shouldn't take long, but it's still annoying. So, we get something like this. Oh, wait, that's the wrong pen. I gotta reset my sizes of the brush, too. I had such a good length. Set at 15. Okay, so. You got a bit of a nice upwards diagonal here. Sort of slants down about here, slants down here. Let's give it a slight outwards angle. And then right there. There we go. And then we get the other diagonal, right, like something like that. We'll give this one. We'll make this one straight up, and give it a slight downwards incline this way, and then give it a slight outwards turn. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice and dynamic. I think you got little squares. They're not just static. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and crop this bit out again, because like I said, just taking this curve bit is easier. But I'll remake it when I'm doing the actual finalized version, and that one's gonna be trying to keep it as clean as I possibly can. Okay, there we go. Then we just spam paint bucket. Cool. Gonna go ahead and merge those two. Actually, I'll hold off on merging it for a sec. We're gonna set the opacity kind of low on both of these. Drop it down right about here. And gonna grab my line tool eraser thing and shear this bit up. Keep saying shear. I think it's just kind of a good term. Feels good to say. Okay. Then we get the opacity back to normal. And there we go. It's looking a little bit more more dynamic, but I'll give it a slightly more of an angle. Yeah, that works. Okay. I'm good with that. Merge those two together. Cool, cool. Now we gotta get working on this bit. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and trim a whole bit off right here. I don't need any of this. I'm just gonna get rid of all of it. Okay, so now we're gonna get the box bit, the nozzle? Sure. I'm gonna get that in place. Cool, cool. Yeah, I think I like this more. This just feels a little bit more dynamic. Although I do need to make sure the spacing is consistent. So let's carefully drag this down just a little. Okay, that looks more comparable. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and crop out the text too, since I'm gonna be using that regardless. So let's head on down, grab all this huge little chunk of text, and Control C, Control V. Oh, Control C, Control V. I didn't Control C anything. Hide that again. Do this. And then we're just gonna paint bucket, paint bucket, paint bucket, paint bucket. Yeah, we'll get the nice colors back in place, because I like the wavy pattern that original version had. So we're gonna keep that. Which is a lot of other things we're gonna be revising here and there to make it just overall look a little bit cleaner and nicer. Like already, I think this is just a little bit more dynamic. I should probably do something to the font too. Something to help it fit with the aesthetic. But I don't know what. We can do that on a letter-by-letter basis. Right now, I've just got this left. I'll just match the shapes and move it all up. So let's get a circle. There we are. Then we'll fill it all in. I'll just put like a box. Yeah, put like a box right there. And we'll get like a circle here. Yeah, and we can trim the little bits away that we do not need. Okay, so what I think I want to do for this bit... Actually, okay, no, I've got a perfect idea for how to do this easily, and cleanly, no less. So we're going to take the Circle Select tool. We're going to take the Circle Select and just cut a little bit out. And then we can grab this again and move it in, see how it looks. Okay, it's not bad, but I think I could do a little better. So we're going to get our Circle Select tool back again and maybe get a bit of a steeper angle, maybe something like that. And let's see if this looks any better. It's not bad. Actually, that works. That works. And we're gonna Control C, Control V this. Grab that. Oh, I cut a little more than I meant to. Oh well. Shouldn't really impact anything, I don't think. Yep. Not if I did it right, anyways. And there we go. I've got the handle bit back on top. Maybe a little too large. Yeah, that's a little too large. I'm gonna scale that down a little, I think. Here. How about now? Maybe a little wider? A little longer, I mean? Yeah, okay. I think that actually works. And then we put this right on the matching other side. Okay, I think that's not bad. I like that. Yeah. So now we need this. And my idea here is pretty much the same for what I did here. Except we'll grab this sort of general shape, and we can... Whoops! I meant to just move the selection. We'll get this sort of general shape, and then grab the... Is there not a tool to move selections? Am I mistaken on my my understanding? It appears I might have been misunderstanding how exactly this whole shebang works. Well, whatever. I will figure out a solution. And by that I mean I'm just gonna do like something like that, and I'll just do it again. Ooh, that looks real bad. Something like that. Like that. Yeah, we'll run the shape a little more, but... Yeah, okay, that actually works pretty good. Now here's the question, does this work when I bring it all down? Because I don't think the shape is quite gonna match. Yeah, not really. So we'll just manually trim a little bit off here. I mean, it doesn't look that good, because I'm doing this with a mouse. I don't really wanna... My drawing tablet's been a little wonky as of late. Whatever. That's actually a little too steep. Okay, well, I'll still need to refine something up here, but this bit I like. I like this bit. So the water drop can be relatively the same. So it's... Ear rip. Oh. Ear rip. Oh, that had the erase. I don't want to erase. Okay, so that's a bit of a revised version. It's not bad. I think there's a couple of things that should still tweak. Like, I want to do something like this. Yeah, there we go. So it makes it look like the water droplets sort of like hanging on, still connected. I need to get the colors in, but right now I'm just trying to get the general shape down. So in comparison, the original shape, and then this shape. I like the handle a lot more, actually, in this one. I think that the spacing of it and the shape of it just looks a lot nicer, but the structure of this, I much prefer the dynamic feeling it has in the second revision. I still need to do something with the letters, so probably like have them intersect with each other. Like, let me do a little tester to see if this works. So let's grab this. It's just an R. Oh, okay. For some reason it's blue? I don't know why, actually. And we're gonna set the opacity on this kind of low, set this kind of low. What if I put it like something like that? Right there. And then I will cut along this edge. Cool, and then I will just get rid of this R entirely. Oop, got a little too much there. And let's just see if this works. I don't think I like that, actually. That just feels a little claustrophobic. Okay, new idea. We're gonna grab the R. And we're just gonna like, just a little And what if I grab the D and I go, and then we get the A, and we get the B, and now it feels a little more dynamic. I think that could work, actually, if the whole thing's just like, if each letter is just like a little bit tilted. Not to the point where it impacts readability, but still to the point where it's kind of fun. Okay, well, that's a good... I think that's a good place to be for now. With that, I'm going to probably jump back into my, my usual shenanigans. Okay, yep. Back to the usual game design stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and open up RPG Maker. Where is it? Ah, there it is. It was taking a hot second to open. Okay. So I've got a couple things we need to work on today. I forgot to check if there's anything I should probably be doing on stream. Okay, so I've been talking to my associates, and we've agreed on sort of a shift in how this stuff is going to be written story-wise. Like the structure, everything's a little bit different now. So I may need to redo something. Let me just give a preliminary look through to see if there's anything I should be testing out or altering in any such... Well, this obviously is going to get revised, but that wasn't obvious by the, you know. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle. There's a lot of stuff that needs doing, but there's only so much that I can actually do at the moment, because I'm sort of relying on some changes and some tweaks and whatnot from one of my allies. Alright, well, with that being said, let me get a plugin set up real quick. That should be kind of interesting. G Maker and B. Shoot, what's the name of it? Because I looked at it earlier, and it looked like it'd be exactly what I needed. Here we are. Alright, so you can't see this bit yet, but you should soon. Because I am rooting around in my folders. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now, just to, you know, give you some idea of what's going on, I found a plugin that I'm looking to use that should be pretty useful, because there are certain things that I'm limited to by using RPG Maker, like some things you just can't really do. Not natively, anyways. So what I'm doing is getting, I'm getting some plugins set up that allow me to change the innate properties of RPG Maker. So, I can bring the screen back up, because I have it in place now. It is... where did I put it? Where is it? Oh, wait, hold on, I'm very dumb. Yeah, okay. I accidentally saved my my JavaScript file that the plugin is as a why am I losing all my words all the time? I accidentally saved the JavaScript file as a notepad file, which is not what we want. Stepped away for a sec. How'd the logo come out? It's not quite finished. I feel like I want to take some time away from it and see if I can come back and fix it how I would like. But here's what we got right now. I like the more angles. It's a little more angular. I'm not happy with the handle, I really want to tweak that, but I like having the slight movement on the letters. I might tone it down a little bit, but I think these little shears make it look a little more dynamic and a little more wobbly and unstable, in a way that I like. Okay, so I have this plugin set up now. Although, I don't know why it's not showing anything up. I feel like it's supposed to be showing something right there. Huh. Okay, well, hold on, I feel like you move the handle to the side. Oh, that could probably help. It's like, if I shift it over a little bit. Oh yeah, because it's not quite at the peak. Yeah, make it a little more centered. Yeah, it's something I could definitely do. It's more so the shape of the handle that's bothering me, like these bits I sort of did with a circle tool, and I don't think they look quite as nice, but that is something I'll be fixing. Not right now, though. Unfortunately, I gotta get back around to rooting in my files. Because I'm trying to get a plugin set up. Because there's this mechanic I want to have where you can buy, like, a book from a character. And what that book will, like, let you do is... oh, it looks like this is working. Okay. Anyways, what that'll do is it'll let you... I keep forgetting what I'm about to say right when I'm getting to the part that actually matters. Yeah, so what this plugin will do is make sure that only a character who can use that book can equip it. Like, there's no point in buying an ability that lets you learn a new move that only works on one of the characters. Like, you wouldn't want to use that on a character who just couldn't have that skill. Like, that would just be really annoying, stupid, and bad, and dumb. Alright, so we got the plugin in now. Now, there should be a way to... Items don't have to contain one of these. Okay. So what I gotta do is go to the items in question, like the Dangerous Book, and I put in the notes, class is X. And so what this means is that... I should probably get these. Yeah, D, F, G. So that's just each of the characters. They have like their own separate class for the sake of more easily categorizing them. Just makes a lot of stuff easy on my side. So we'll make it so that only Dwarbo can use that, only Grumble can use that, and only Grumblina can use that. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be more complicated than that, but if that just straight up fixes the issue, then that's pretty sweet. I can show you what I mean a little more, what I was talking about in a little more detail as well. So I just picked up a bunch of money, which I'm going to go spend at the merchant. So when you're exploring, you'll find money, which you can spend on all sorts of things. But the two big things you want to buy: food, which is your healing items. Man, I'm thirsty. And books, which will let you learn new moves. So right here you can go to this guy, you can buy food, you can buy a dangerous book, motivational book, or a fighting manual. Each of these will give each character only one... Well, it'll give... Each character will get one new move from these. Oh, I'm dumb, I forgot to... Okay, well I can still test this, I guess. Oh, it didn't work. Well, shoot. First of all, I kind of forgot that I need to add these guys back to the party. I was doing some testing earlier, so I set it so that only Dorbo's in the party. We're back. Okay, so what's supposed to happen is that only Dorbo can use this, but I think if I do this, then I can ban the other two from using it, because the little exclamation point in front of it, in you know, coding stuff, that usually, that means not. So, only the character in question who I want to use it can. So if I ban the other two, and only let the character that should be using it to use it, then that should mean that you can't accidentally waste those on a character that just shouldn't have them. Let's try this again to see if that if that fixed it, because I allowed specifically them to use it, and I banned other ones from using it. So let's see if that So we're gonna buy one of each, and we go to stuff, use Dangerous Book, and I use it on... Alright, so that didn't work at all. That just straight up did not work. Well, that's not very good, is it? Huh. I think that I downloaded a... Yeah, I think what I just did... So, funny story. RPG Maker has many versions. The one I use is MV, which is not the most recent. Most recent is MZ, but I'm too lazy to get the newest one, and a lot of the features that I care about are in this one, and this one's got a longer community, so pretty much all the questions and stuff I need is answered already, so I'm using this one. Anyways, each version works a little bit differently. MV and MZ are pretty similar, like a lot of that stuff is cross-compatible, but the version before this was RPG Maker VX Ace, which is the first one I ever used. Problem is, they don't use quite the same files and coding structure as the MV ones do. So what I did is I downloaded a file meant for a different RPG Maker, which is not gonna work. So I need to find if I can... If there's anything that works a little better for my needs. Huh. Okay, so I'm seeing a bit of a... Seeing like this might be a little bit of a tricky thing to implement. So, okay. I'm not seeing any plugins that are exactly how I want. I mean, I found one. I found one plugin that does what I'm looking for. The only problem is it's gonna cost me about $10. Which, I mean, you know, I'm stingy. That's it, I'm just a stingy guy. Okay, well, I do have a package of free plugins that I haven't utilized. Let me try to get one of those set up, see if that does what I'm looking for. It's called Item Core. Does this work at all? Okay, so there's independent items, which... No, that's not what I'm looking for. New scene item? Okay, that's not quite what I'm looking for either. Random variants, priority, plugin commands, eventing changes... Is there anything in this plugin that does what I want? Lunatic mode on item creation. Yeah, is there a way to just say that some items can only be used by certain characters? Because that's what I'm really looking for. Okay, so no, that is not at all an option. So, we're once again gonna have to be scrapping the plugin idea. And just gonna see if there's a way to make it work in this. We can get rid of this, because this is just worthless. Since that's code that would be calling a plugin that I no longer am using because it doesn't work. Okay, so I have an idea. It's a little bit convoluted, but I can make a whole section of common events. We'll make... Let's say there's like 80 common events, and we'll go all the way down to like 70. And we'll call this Skill Gain Common Events. So what these will do is it'll run a little piece of code to check who is being targeted, and if the correct player is if the player that can learn the skill is being targeted, then it'll say it'll teach them the skill. Otherwise, it will say, hey, you can't use that item on this character. Yeah. Okay, so what that means is basically we're just gonna have to do some coding. So wish me luck. I'm not the best at this, but we will try as hard as we can to make this work. Okay, so first what we need to do is set up a conditional branch. Nope, not a loop. Got butterfingers. So we're gonna set up a conditional branch, and we'll go based off of script. So this seems like a portion that comes up of every stream. It's everybody's favorite, digging through the code list. Here we go. So this is a full list of all of the possible scripts. Full list of all of the possible script calls throughout RPG Maker. So what we need to do is find something, probably related to items, to see which character you are currently trying to target. Something like that. Although maybe we could just... Actually, we could probably make this a little easier, because the way we're doing this is a little roundabout. Yeah, it's a little convoluted. There we go. But since this is going to be different for each individual skill that exists that you can teach the characters, I can just make each one dependent on the character. So... yeah, so if you use the item, then it'll run this script, which teaches just Dorbo that move. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, actually. Let me see if there's a way to make items... yeah, scope none. So maybe you just, like, use the item and it just disappears. Because I think I could probably make this work pretty easily if you use the item, and then a little text box pops up that says, "Congratulations! Dorbo read through the book that you bought and learned how to use Reckless Attack." Oh, I forgot to get the money. I could go back and grab fill my pockets with a bunch of gold. Yeah, so that's what we want to happen. We want to buy the thing that teaches me the move, and then use it, and then Dorbo learns the move. So what if I set it to none? Okay, so then it just gets depleted, which is kind of exactly what we want, actually. So this is perfect. This is great. Okay, so we're gonna go to Common Events, Reckless Book, and we'll have a little text box that says... Actually, we'll teach the skill first, just don't forget that. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is... where is it? See, you don't need luck? Well, thank you. I got it all locked down. So, Dorbo will learn... where did I make it? Where did I put it? Reckless. That's right. And then we'll have a little text box show up that says... by reading through the book about living life dangerously, and let us shake on that, and we'll make it orange. Dorbo learned the Reckless stance. And we'll make this also orange. By reading through the book about living life dangerously, Dorbo learned the Reckless stance. What if I shift it over here? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty easy. And then what we'll do is go to Dangerous Book. And we'll run Common Event. Reckless Book. Okay, sweet. That works pretty good. My only concern is that if a player accidentally buys more than one, which We definitely don't want the player to accidentally end up buying a couple. Like if there's a way to limit shop inventory, so like they can only sell you like a certain number of a single items. Like they can only sell you one of these before it gets out of stock, which is what I would like to do. But I don't know if that's quite possible. So now if we use Dangerous Book. By reading through the book about living life dangerously, Dorble learned the Reckless stance. And if we go to moves and check his stances, he's got Reckless. Okay, that worked pretty much exactly how I wanted it to. That's awesome. That was much, much easier than I expected it to be, quite frankly. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other couple of skills implemented. I'm make sure these have the correct sale value. I think they do. Okay, so I gotta set these to none, set this to none, and go to count events. So it's the Dangerous Book, that's right. Dangerous Book, Motivational Book, Fighting Manual. Okay. Reset shake, okay. There was also a little bit where the text kept shaking when it shouldn't have, so I'm gonna fix that as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize it wasn't showing. My bad. Oh, how long has the screen not been visible? No. Oops. That's not good. Alright, well, it's back now. Now it's visible again. Yay! It was like that for 10 minutes? Ah, man. There's somebody came here and then probably just saw me talking to an empty screen and then left. That is unfortunate. Man, I even got I got my little right monitor here where I can see my own stream and I didn't even notice. Okay, well, I tested some things and it works, so that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna get these set up. What this will do is teach Frumble. I thought you were putting your CC info for that thing you were gonna buy. I didn't buy it. I wasn't buying it. I was looking at it and trying to find an option that I wouldn't have to pay money for. So quite the opposite. We're reading through the book about motivation. Frumble. Frumbles. Self-esteem. Rose. Frumble learned. Frumble learned cool thinking. I said it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we got Frumble set up, and then we gotta get Grumblina set up. She learns eyeball poke. By reading through the combat manual, Grumblina learn some... Nice, where it goes off, but it should be fine. Grumblina learn some dirty tactics. Grumblina learned eyeball poke. Okay, so if I did everything correctly, all 3 of those items should now work the way that they were always intended to. We're gonna go to this guy, gonna use Dangerous, Motivational, Fighting Manual, and we'll give each one of those a test. Dangerous book. By reading through the book about living life dangerously, Dor will learn the Reckless stance. And we'll check by going to Moves, Stances, and he's got Reckless. So now, Frumble should learn how to use Cool Thinking. And we'll buy... Actually, I already bought it. So we'll use Motivational Book. Oh, wait. No, I know what I see what I did. I forgot to go to the items and make them actually run the correct common event. Yeah, okay. So what this will do is... Oh, I accidentally deleted an event. Alright, well, let's use this again. Regular item. None. Only in the menu screen. Yes, consumable. Okay, yeah, this all looks good. And what this will do is it'll run a common event. And it'll run the common event of... Motivational Book. And same here, where it will run the common event of Fighting Manual. Okay, with that all in place, we should hopefully see all this working as intended. So you buy one of each of these books, and we go to Stuff. By reading through the book about living life dangerously, Dor will learn the Reckless stance. So he learns that now. By reading through the book about motivation, Frumble's self-esteem rose. Frumble learned Cool Thinking. Reading through the combat manual, Grumblina learned some dirty tactics. Grumblina learned eyeball poke. So let's see if they, let's double check to see if they actually learned them. Yep, he's got Cool Thinking. And Grumblina should have eye poke. Yep. Okay, well that worked pretty much flawlessly, and I didn't have to spend money on a plugin that I would use for one minor issue. This is not the best solution, certainly. Every single time I make a skill buyable, I'm going to have to add a common event for it. So it's certainly not efficient, but it is wallet efficient. So, really who's to say that it's all too negative a thing. Oop. There we go. Accidentally turned my audio all the way down so I couldn't hear anything for a sec. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Besides a minor grammatical issue. There we go. Well, this has been very productive. Already got one of my big goals for the week done. I was honestly expecting that to be a bit of a pain in the ass, but that was pretty quick and easy. Okay, now here is the question. I've got a lot of other things that need doing. Maybe just mapping out some general ideas for the structure of everything would be good. Yeah, okay. Because a lot of the maps that I've already made are gonna need some pretty distinctive heavy revision. Because the structure of a lot of what we've been doing here is getting altered quite a bit. Because let me walk you through the basic layout of everything as it was before we've restructured. So, game starts right around here. You enter this sort of unfamiliar area with a sniper shooting at you. So you explore for a bit. You go through here trying to avoid getting shot at while completing some tasks to open up the way forwards. Simple. You learn about this big event that's going to happen as you try to make your way towards the tower where the big bad guy is that you're here to defeat. So you go through there. You cross through this little village. Nothing major happens there. I'll use the original version of the map, sure. So then you get through here. You meet these guys up here, which will be actual sprites, but this is the rival gang, the tricolored trio. That they kind of look like you, but they're bad guys. They're real mean, you see. So you meet them here. They're pretty important characters. You have a mini-boss here with like a farmer guy. That'll be fun. What are some of the games that inspired you to create this one? Long list. Two of my big inspirations are Lisa and Hylics, because those are both RPG Maker games that really transcend the boundaries of the usual RPG Maker game. So just seeing what those games did on such a limited, well, everything, I found very impressive, and that was one of my big inspirations for sure. In terms of like direction and design, interestingly enough, one's Frogger. In terms of like dodge around enemies and stuff. Bowser's Inside Story is a big one, because that game's super snappy and quick. That's where like a lot of my design sensibilities are derived from. Weirdly enough, Kingdom Hearts 2 is a very strong influence on the direction I'm taking with a lot of this stuff, because Kingdom Hearts 2 is a game that's all about constant variety. It's about shaking up constantly. It's always giving you new, weird mechanics to play around with. And that's something I really want to capture with CoolZone, because like, in Kingdom Hearts 2, let's say, you're gonna go to this world, and you're like gonna fight a boss where it's got like, you have to like hit it a bunch of times to earn money from it, and then you gotta put the money in a treasure chest, and you gotta get all the money from it before you can damage it. But then you can take the money back. It's like such a weird out there gimmick, but it's really memorable and fun. And pretty much the entire game is just filled with cool, fun gimmicks. And that's what I want this to kind of be like. So we're super focused on, like, combat events. Instead of just fighting a bunch of random encounter enemies, you're gonna fight, like, a bunch of mini-bosses that have distinctive, memorable personalities and, like, weird, wacky mechanics that take their own spin on the combat system. You know? Stuff like that, so it's a little bit more interesting, varied, and fun. Anyways, yes, those are the main ones. Lisa and Hylics for it being RPG Maker. Bowser's Inside Story because it's the best game ever made and like my favorite RPG. And Kingdom Hearts 2 in terms of variety, wackiness, constant variety. Yeah. To answer your question. Anyways, so you go through here. You meet the rival guys. You fight some random schmuck. And then you cross this bridge. Cross the bridge. Surprised you didn't say Mother. I like those games quite a bit, but I wouldn't say they really are much of not an inspiration in terms of tone or gameplay structure that I really want to follow. I mean, they are kind of in the sense of just stupid things happening. But gameplay-wise, they're pretty different from like Earthbound, Mother 1, Mother 3. It doesn't really follow those kinds of conventions. And I don't think the comedy style is going to be that similar to it either. So I like Mother 3 a lot, and Earthbound. But they're not really those aren't really the games I'm using as my blueprints for the direction I want to go. Okay, so you go through this area, you cross this bridge, you get a cool little mini-boss battle on the bridge, as you cross the bridge, on the bridge. And then you get here, from the bridge, I keep saying bridge, and you do some little quests around the outside, you clamber on inside of the tree, and then you compete in like this fun little tournament throughout the base of the train station. And then you win the tournament, and you can move on up to the next floor. And then you scale through the rest of the tower in this sort of like convoluted dungeon area. And then you climb around the outside of the tree. You clamber around all cool like. And then you get to the top floor. And you've had the final boss. That was the original structure, but it's changed quite a bit since then. Like, there's probably going to be a whole nother map before the approach section that's purely tutorialistic, or at least kind of simplistic, just to sort of to get the setting established a little more. So that's something we're going to do. There's the small town, which is going to be one, differently structured, and two, a much bigger deal to the plot. this map is going to be pretty greatly revised, like quite a bit. Like it's gone from this to this, and this is probably not even anywhere near what it's actually going to look like in the end. So, you know, we'll see. And then you get to the bridge bit. Well, actually, there's going to be a second village in between, and then another map of like playing the game in between all this stuff. So it's going to be spaced a lot differently. So then you have this bridge, which originally was just going to be like one mini boss who was guarding it, but instead it's going to be like a mob of people. Because we've changed the tournament from being like a small thing that just sort of happens for a fun little bit of gameplay to kind of a major event where people are like coming from all around to win the tournament, to beat up the big bad guy Grungo, to prove that they're the strongest. Yeah, so that was kind of the idea, but we're shifting that a little bit. So that the tournament is like this big, grand event. It's this big smackdown that everybody's coming around for. So there's like posters, there's people lining up for it, and you gotta like beat up a bunch of people to get there in the first place. So I kind of need to think about how I want to restructure it around that concept of the tournament, because that's a much heavier focus of what we're doing now. That was a lot of rambling. Yeah, so really what I'm trying to figure out is how I can alter a lot of the stuff for this new structure we have in mind. I could do some work on this stuff up here. Probably be a little basic, but we can still do something kind of fun. Although I want to come up with like a fun gimmick for this. Something neat, something cool. Yeah, I don't think I have any great ideas right now for what I should do. So I'll probably save this for tomorrow's stream, which I'm probably going to be doing in the evening again. Yeah, that's what I think I'll probably be doing. Actually, I can do this. Let's add a prologue, because there's going to be some story stuff that happens here. Okay, so we got the prologue here. We'll add a new map of starting sequence. And we'll use the just generic overworld one. Width of, say, width of 25, not 35, 25. And actually we'll make a width of like 35, and a height of 25. So what I want to do here is that this will be a side-scrolling map, where you can like see the tower looming off in the distance. But I don't think I could quite execute that with the assets I have currently accrued. So I'll just set like a ground layer down, and then we'll set up a little floor layer that the players can walk on. Yeah, this is just gonna have like a little story sequence here. Honestly, not much to actually do here, unfortunately. Like, this is kind of all we can do until I have it fully written out. Yeah, I'm really stuck for stuff that I want to get working on. Because there's a lot of things that need doing, but such like a major overhaul that it's a little intimidating to try to figure out where to start. Okay, no, I actually got something I could do. So I need to make the second... I need to make the second village. So, let's call it, like, Village 2. I also have the small town here, which I need to do some restructuring on. Yeah, in fact, we're going to go ahead and reset that all back to nothingness. And we will carve sort of a path up here, curves up and around. Then we got a little something like that. There we are. Alright. That works pretty well. As a little creek running through. Okay, so we got that down. Sorry about the spacing out. I've been a little absent-minded today. So we're gonna put some trees. Scatter them about. Then we'll go right up to that little corner right in there. And yeah, there we go. Just sort of fill this area out a little more with some trees, make it a little more lively, a little more natural. I mean, you know, it's obviously not that natural because it's a bunch of trees. Just sort of haphazardly placed about, but it is neither here nor there. So an idea that one of my cohorts had that I quite like is the idea that this whole town like lives in this big like communal house. So I'll just set it up something like this. Something like that. It's just like this big old house that I can add some doors and stuff to. I don't know why it doesn't pick. I don't know why it doesn't cleanly copy paste the stuff in there. So we got this big communal house that they all live under. Which actually we should probably push up a little bit. Yeah, we'll move it back into the map a little. So we'll fill it on with blue. Grab the red. There we are. And then we put a little, like, door here, 1, 2, 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 door here. Well, it's not perfectly even, so... There we are. Yes, this is definitely a house. 100%. You can tell because it's got spikes on the walls. Cool. So now what we're gonna do is set up a, this is like a farming village. That's the idea. So we're gonna set like a little farm here, and we're gonna set some farmland right here. Yeah, that works. And then I'll just use the freehand like pen tool to draw like a loose pathway that people would follow. Yeah, so it's just like a small town, where, you know, we'll have like a little back alley here, something like a little shady. Maybe even behind here. That works a little better, I think. Yeah, okay. So that's probably what we're gonna do with that. Shave this bit off. Well, not even have a path there, so it's a little more mysterious, a little more intriguing. We'll even like make this path kind of like thin and narrow, so it feels a little, even more kind of ooh. How strange, how curious. So yeah, you enter the village. There's probably gonna be some people milling about. There's gonna be this communal like home that everybody lives in that you can explore. Probably gonna be like a merchant hiding in this corner, like selling stuff to people, like opening his coat. And then down here, might just throw like one guy who's sitting there like fishing, you know, just chilling up, throwing his casting his line, his reel. I realized now you couldn't see the fact that I was doing like a little fishing pose that didn't show up on stream at all. I just sort of flopped back in my chair. But yeah, it's just a small little village. Let's make the communal interior. I'll make it like a solid 35 by 35, so it's nice and large, but not too big. And we're gonna fill the space with just a nice black. And should be gap about 2. Gap about 2. Yeah, about 2. Perfecto. And then we're gonna grab this red. And I didn't mean to. That's not what I should be doing with that. Yeah, okay. Okay, we need to redo something. We're gonna grab this to lay down the little bit extra 2D looking effect. I'm gonna lay down. How many doors did I put in? Like a billion? Put in like a door here, door here, door here, door 1, 2, 3 here, door 1, 2, 3 here. I should probably count actually. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spacing on that is not right. Let me fix that up real quick. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, the spacing still needs to be a little bit wider. So we're gonna fill this in once again. So let's say we put 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2, 3 here. No, isn't it? I think that's the same thing I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's perfect. That lines up exactly how I would like it to. That is quite good. Okay, so now we got the interior of this communal home. What do we put in it? What do we put in it? I don't really have many placeholder sprites to work with, so I might just kind of leave it up to my my artist that I'm working with to... I'll be able to put down a bunch of blocks that you can't walk through and leave the rest to him. He can figure it out. Let's say there's like 6 people living in this communal home. It's like 6 different rooms. We want this to be a little bit haphazard, so say there's like a wall here, maybe like a bit of a longer but weirdly shaped one here. Let's even make that like a little bit longer to make it even odder. We can have like a weird L-shaped room right here. We can have like sort of the main room, which is like right here. So we could fit 3 more rooms into this section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do something sort of cuts through the middle like this. Yeah, so you get these sort of weirdly shaped, inconsistent rooms, which I think will help sell the fact that this is like kind of a shoddy, like, it's just sort of a house that like a bunch of different people who don't really know how to build things all came together to try and just do their real best at trying to build. I like that I like that concept as like the structural design of an area being very loose. So let's make this a little bit wider. I think that'll make it a little more, maybe not wider, but longer. Yeah, like a long zigzag. Hey, you know what? Let's make it even longer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I am going to do a little bit of this, just a couple little extra things here and there to make the house feel even less organized. Like there's just like a bed in this corner here that's just blocked off for no reason. There's like a kind of weird square chunk here. There's just like a bit, like a random divider there, random divider here. Something like right there, right here, right there. Yeah, so once this is all like illustrated fully and like, you know, the finalized assets are in place, I think this house should give off a pretty strong impression of being like this kind of like shoddy house that was built by a bunch of people who have no idea what they're doing. Let's finish up adding these little wall segments in. All their little offshoots that go to nowhere. Cool. And now we gotta add some doors. It's even designed in a way that you can't reach like the rooms without going through other people's. Like this guy's room, he's all in the back. He's got to go through 2 different people's rooms before he can even take a nap. And then this person, this poor sap who's got the middle room, they're actually wait, I like this more. Some poor schmuck is stuck with this room also, where it's. But this person has people coming and going through the room at all hours. Oh, this is 1 room. This is 2 room. Yeah. But this would suck to have to like have people constantly moving in and out of your domain. This one's not bad, because if you were stuck with this room, you'd only have to, like, go through one door. I mean, that's, you know, like a big communal living space. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna leave a lot of the finer detail to my artist to figure out, because that just makes a little bit more sense. So, I'm just gonna use boxes and stuff to represent where things probably will go. Or better yet, I'll just leave this entirely blank, so that he can fill it out as he needs to, and then I'll put in the collision to match, because I think for something like this, it's probably best if the area design is a little bit more naturalistic, you know? Heck, I could probably even send him some maps that are just like a grid pattern, and then I let him draw it out and then make it match, so that he can make it as organic as he needs to, and then I can just do whatever else I need to on top. Like, that could work pretty good. I like that concept, at the very least. Oh yeah, you guys want to see something we've been working on? It's still very much in progress, but we've got some sprite differences. Yeah, okay. So these two are just static images, but Dwarbo now has some slight animation. Watch what happens when he gets hit. Check this out. So the bad guy missed, and he didn't hit me. So the whole thing I was showing you was, like, that he animates now when he gets hit, but it didn't work. Okay, so, yeah, there we go. See, look at that. That looks nice, doesn't it? When he gets hit, he does a little... Yeah. There we go. See, it's a nice little touch. Adds a good little bit more life to him. These are going to be way more animated. Because like this is going to be like a full idle animation where he's like bobbing back and forth. When he gets hit, he's going to be like, ugh, instead of just like a. He won't just like snap to the damage pose. He'll like reel back, do like an actual proper animation. And for like attacking, they'll like ready up, and then they'll do like a little swing, a little follow throughs. All the things you would expect from, you know, animation. I love the art style you went with. Reminds me of 90s Nickelodeon. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you like it. I'll be sure to pass that on to Sebastian, the artist. He's still sort of testing some things out. Especially in terms of like what the environments are going to look like, because the individual drawings and stuff look really good, but he's still... This bit's pretty tricky to figure out. But I'm sure he'll be glad to hear you say that. That's the nice thing about the battle sprites, is that it's way easier to tell what it's gonna look like based off of that, because these are just like placeholder blue and red boxes. There's only so much you can really draw from it, which I think is not the worst, but you know, we want it to look as good as we can, as good as we can get it. Speaking of that, and this is a placeholder, but if I do this, then this looks a little bit more like a roof. And then it's got like a wall, so it looks a little less just like a giant red square. Doesn't look that 3D, but looks 3D enough, I guess. Enough for me, anyways. Enough for now. Okay, so we got the small town, we got the communal house, we got farmland, where that's gonna go, farmland pads, a little hidden area where there's gonna be a shady guy selling shady things. Yeah, okay, that works pretty good. Now the question is Village 2, because I don't really have that strong of an idea for what I want to do with this. So we're just gonna set it to be like 35 by 35 and see what we can make out of it. Maybe 35 by 35 is a little small. Let's make it 50 wide. Yeah, okay. I think that should do the trick, because the idea is that this is like an underground town, so you gotta traverse through it in like a side-scrolling manner. Actually, let's make it all black first. So you're gonna enter down here and then go over here. So we'll carve a little path here, and this will be where you land by like climbing down a ladder or whatever. And you get right here, and we'll do something sort of similar for the exit. So you climb a ladder back out of the cavern. Yeah. So next we need to get some layers. So let's start with like sort of this big communal place down at the bottom. Like maybe it's like some sort of big hall where they meet, like their city hall. There we go. And we can have like a ladder that goes over. We can have some houses and stuff here. Then it juts back over, down, and into the common area. And I think I'm going to keep this as black, so you get that sort of sense of darkness, because this is underground, like underground in a place that's already underground, but it's going to be really dark. So yeah, we'll do that, and we'll have a path back here that will lead up into here, all the way back around. We can have a couple of alternate pathways, like something that goes up, down, and around. Something that goes, sort of juts down over like that, just to make it feel a little bit more organic. Because it's kind of like an anthill, in a sense, where you can, like, you climb around these little different tunnels to traverse. Yeah. You just, you amble, you shamble, and there's gonna be little huts, houses. You can put one, like, right here, you can put one, like, right there, we can put one, like, right here, we can put one, like, right here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and... here, and here, and here, and here. Look at that, look at all those homes. So many places that you can go. Actually, I was gonna make them, like, give them little roofs and stuff, but they should probably be more, like, more hut-esque. More hut-esque. Since they're, like... The idea is that these are, like, other little, you know, caverns that have been carved out of the rock. Out of the rock, dirt, and dust. So... They shouldn't, like, look like a proper home. At least not a proper home by, you know, normal human definition instead of weird cave monster definition. Okay, this might be a few too many houses, because I'm realizing now I have to make all the interior for all these, so maybe gonna cut back on that a little bit. Although it could be kind of nice to have it be really lively, because this is supposed to be like kind of a touristy town, like a tourist town, tourist destination. So I think it's actually it probably works in its favor if it's pretty lively and big, and there's like a merchant place over here, like a town market. There's like a big, like, field where people can do events and stuff, because this is like a tourist town. A weird underground cave monster tourist town. It just looks bad. It's probably gonna take a long while to get all this stuff in place, like all the individual homes and, like, characters inside and all that individual dialogue. But, whatever. It'll be something we can worry about when the time comes. All that really matters right now is making sure everything has sort of a functional purpose to it. You know, a functional function. So, not gonna worry about it too hard for now. Okay. So, with that being said and done, are there any other maps that I need to get on? Because I gotta figure out the tournament stuff again. There's a lot more to do in that department. I've got to figure out... There's the tournament stuff, and I think that's kind of it when it comes to what I need to get done. There's, like, really not a ton left that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a ton that I need to do, and I'm just not thinking of. So, with that being said, I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything else that needs doing. If it's something else that needs tweaking, needs refining, needs altering, improving upon, perhaps. Otherwise, tonight just be a little bit of a shorter one, which I'm fine with. If I just don't have anything else to really do. Okay, so I got these guys are all pretty much in place. Actually, no, I do have something I could get done. There's a lot of different types of menus that can show up. And I think it would probably be a good idea to try to get some... what was I saying? Some rough ideas in place for what all of these menus should look like. And by that I mean, let me show you when I go to the item menu here, which for some reason does this. I don't know why. I need to fix that. I don't know what's causing it, but I'm going to try to fix it. Actually, wait. No, I know exactly what to do. I need to figure out how to fix this. Because I close the menu, I open the menu, and that's what it should look like. It should do this. But sometimes, for some reason, so if I go back to, if I go to the main menu, and then reopen the game, and then go to the menu, it's there now for some reason. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. It confuses me, and I'm not a fan of it. Oh, is it just the first time that I open the engine? Is that it? So if it doesn't show up now... Okay, so I think it just doesn't show up the first time I load the engine. Okay. So here's what I think I'm going to do. So there's a method of doing things. And there is a... Yeah, okay. So there's something I can do, or at least I can look into doing, because it's a preload manager is what it's called. And what it'll do is preload certain assets before the game properly begins. So you'll get a loading screen and it'll preload certain assets. And I think I'm going to hold off on doing it for now, because I don't really need to. At least I'm going to hold off doing it majorly, because I'm gonna do some basic testing with it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get that figured out to see if maybe I need to preload certain assets. Because I'm thinking that's probably what's happening, is that it's trying to pull up an image that hasn't properly been loaded into the system yet. If that makes sense. So let me get the plugin installed, put it into the correct folder. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go here, and it should be SRD preloader core. Okay. This plugin requires the game upgrade plugin. What the heck is the game upgrade plugin? Well, alright, now we're going to check out another plugin. More customization of our core mechanics while also providing additional functions for future plugins. Okay, well we're going to get this other plugin set up first. So I get the game upgrade. Gotta drop that into my plugins manager. Okay. And now, we're gonna get game upgrade. So we can change things like resolution and whatnot, which we've already done. Ooh, excuse me. I could do a bunch of extra things with... Okay, well I should look into this. Wow, there's a lot of stuff I can do with this. That's actually pretty cool. Garbage collection mode. I don't know what that means. Round pixels. Yeah, don't want to round pixels. Scale mode. Nearest or linear. I don't really know what this means, honestly. Who knows? Yeah, well, it's got a lot of stuff we could probably use, I think. So, we'll put it there. Probably gonna need to consult that later. And we'll go to SRD mini backgrounds, which is the thing we're trying to use. So that should be working, I think, but we're gonna set preloader core. So we're not gonna save any of this stuff. We're not gonna preload any of this stuff. We're not gonna preload anything except what we need, just to test it. Alright, so we got custom loading text. That's actually pretty good. So can I preload, is there preload images? Pictures. Okay. Let's just preload all images. That shouldn't take very long, I don't think. Okay, so let's see if preloading the image before... So something broke. Is database loaded? Core engine, super tools, and okay, so something broke in all those. So it's these two, the core engine and the HUD maker. These broke for whatever reason. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why it's wigging out on me. Okay, well now it's just the super tools engine. Okay, maybe I have to put the game upgrade in front of everything else. Okay, that did it, and it's clearly preloading. It didn't take very long at all. So that didn't fix it at all. Ugh, why does it look so weird? Why is it all pixelated? That doesn't look good at all. Okay, so... I don't know if that actually fixed anything at all. Those crisp edges. I'll try crisp edges. So what I thought that would do is it would load the image and actually make it, like, work properly upon loading. But it didn't. It just didn't fix it. It's this one. Many backgrounds. Place images. Background image motions. Okay, well, I can make the background scroll. I can make the background zoom. I can make the images rotate, blur. Well, that's all handy-dandy, but I need to figure out how to make it move. I mean, not move. I need to make it show up properly. It should be here under... Item menu? Item menu. Yeah, item background. So it's got the background, the name of the thing I use for the background. But for some reason it just won't load it properly upon the map, upon the game starting. That's really weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Because it should pretty easily just work. Most of the time this sort of thing just does work. Especially since it's being preloaded before the game even starts. Like, I feel like that would make it work. You know? Huh. Okay, well it's certainly an annoyance. Let me see if there's a solution. Failed to load audio undefined.ogg. Why is it trying to play a song that doesn't exist now? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the preloader for now, because that clearly is not really improving things. Okay, so if I open this right now, okay, well now it's working. Maybe it just needs a minute to load or something, I guess. I don't know what's going on with that. It's really weird, but whatever. Oh, I don't know why I closed it. I actually need to consult that. Because my idea for this is I can set each image as like a custom background. So I can do something like this. And I can do different little bits here and there, little doodahs, bits and bobs. And I can get rid of a lot of this information that I don't really need. Like, I can just get rid of this window entirely. I can move this thing down. I can make this list somewhere else. I can move all of this. So I kind of want to brainstorm a good structure for this sort of thing. Oh, there's the logo I was working on. Save that. Not going to worry about it for now. And we'll go 1920 by 1080, just so we can get some of these background bits and bobs ironed out. Okay, so let's say we got a status menu. We'll just give it the usual white background for the sake of testing this stuff out. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a way to change the background a little bit depending on which character is currently picked. That'd be pretty nice. That might be a little complicated though, so... Let's do something a little easier. What's a nice easy one? Are any of these easy? I mean, not really. Okay, so what information do I really feel like the player's gonna need on any of these menus? Because this menu can be an image, all these menus can be images. You could do something with options. Or it could be like, yeah, it could be something like you got your options right here. Say smack dab in the middle of the screen. We get some text that says options. What's a fun font? It's a good fun font. Maybe just use the font I used for the logo. It's not that, well, I guess it's not that fun of a font, but it is a very readable, very practical font. Then I merge that down. And we're gonna pluck each of these just to have a little bit more freedom with how we want them to work. Well, I should probably... we'll just keep black and white for now. Not a big deal. Put it like right here and give it a little turn. It should be a different color, actually, for the sake of being able to actually read it. There we are. And we're gonna make it, say, just like a light gray. It's not super legible, but it reads enough. You can read it, and like I said, this is just a placeholder to get some ideas out onto paper. So we tilt this. I'm gonna grab the P. Nobody laugh. I know that was very funny what I just said. Cool. And we get all of these just sort of loosely fitted into place so it looks, you know, halfway okay. I kind of feel like adding like a song, like a track thing to my stream, where it's like you can see which song is currently playing. I don't know how exactly I could set that up. I mean, I'd have to make like a separate window, and it'd be kind of tedious to like set it up every stream, but it'd be kind of nice. Well, I guess if you really care about what song's playing, you can just ask. I guess not everybody can see it or want to ask, but... Oh, one moment. Okay, we're back. Family thing. I gotta pick up my sister from a thing tomorrow. Right around when I usually would do my stream stuff, too, which is unfortunate, so it's probably gonna be a little late. But, well. Anyways, we got an options menu. It's, nothing special. In fact, it's, pretty dull, pretty boring. But like I said, this is just sort of to get some bearings and throw some concepts out there. Like we can have some fun art on the side, because I think I should probably have a general layout in mind, and then the rest of it can be up to creative decision making. Yeah. So we'll do something like that, and we will save this as. We'll just call it... Wait, where does this go? Oh, wait, I'm dumb. There we go. Okay, so we've got a little template options menu in place. Cool. That's one menu done. One menu placeholder done. Mind you. So we'll go to... plugin manager. That's right, plugin manager. And if we go to the... Where is it? Where did I put that one again? Is it really this old that I've had this one? Mini backgrounds, okay. It's item menu, scum menu, save menu, options menu. We'll just call it options. So now we can set that little static image as the background. So now the options menu should have the little display. Yeah, okay. So now what we can do is go to our HUD Maker plugin. Sorry, menu editor, that's right. And we're going to give this an opacity of 0, which means it'll be entirely invisible. And yeah, we can just sort of fill the space. It's still a little small. So maybe I'll just, you know, like take this bit and just. Now it's kind of dinky. Let's see how the new one looks, size-wise. Anyways, so like I said, this is just to get a loose idea in place for my my associates to worry about. Yeah, I mean that works decently well, I think. Yeah, let's maybe make this a little taller. So 55 maybe. Yeah, okay. There we go. And then think about all the fun things that could go in this gray space. Like, I like the idea that it's all, like, the different characters with, like, hard hats on, like, little construction signs, because it's, you know, it's options. There could be, like, gears and stuff around the options box, but this is just, you know, general structure, layout, how it should generally look. So, that's one menu. Now we gotta worry about the save menu. Let's do this. So save, yeah. So let me see if I can do something with this. Because I have the save file list. Max columns. So I can change how many columns it is. But I can't change... Because I kind of wanted to make it horizontal instead of vertical. Which I don't think is an option from here. What if I make it 0 columns? It just doesn't have any information on it. Okay. What if I make the height kind of small, like 600? Then it just crams it all together. Okay, because what I'd really like to do is only have it show like 3 save files, and then you can scroll more. You can scroll to see more. That's what I want to do, anyways. It seems like that might not be exactly in the cards for me today. What if I said it's like 3,000? Alright, save file 1, 2... Okay, well, the scrolling doesn't work anymore if you do it like that, so... Okay, unfortunately, we cannot make it 3,000. Hey, just keep it at 1,000 for now. Yeah, a little boring, but does the job. So... Actually, I have a plugin for this, for the save manager. Let me see if I can't pull that up to make the save menu look a little more interesting. Alright, so it should be save core. Provides a new save interface to the player. Along a new interface, the player can also load and delete saves straight from the menu itself. This will in turn make the save command from the menu always available, but save option from the new save menu. Okay. From the interface, the player is given more information regarding the save file, including the location the player saved at, amount of gold available, and any variables you want the player to show as well. Okay, that's great. For those who wish to show additional data in the save menu for each save file, you can add various data categories within the data columns inside the plugin parameters. Separate each category with a comma. You can use the following entries for data categories. Leaves an empty box in the category location. This won't even show the dark rectangle in the category slot. Won't draw any text, but will draw the dark rectangle. Draws the current map location of the save file. draws the playtime spent for the save file, draws the number of times saved, draws the current gold, draws name of variable and value of variable. And I can do text as well. Interesting, okay. Okay, we're gonna set it to like 10. So I can set, oh, I can set icons for saves. That's kind of cool. Load should be on, save is on, delete. Yeah, we'll just call it load, save, and delete. So now we gotta come up with fun names for these. Where are you saving it? Loads the data from that thingy. Saves your progress or something. Deletes the save like forever. Cool. This saves for a different game. You can do that? That's crazy. Show game title. Map display name, party display. So, okay, characters, faces are the SV actors. So it'll show the faces, which is what I want. That'll just look better, I think. This, dot line height, party white position, show actor names, name font size, actor level, yada yada. Map location, playtime. Total saves. Gold count. Okay, technical confirmation. Okay, let's see what this new save menu looks like with this this plugin in place. See if that looks any nicer, any cooler. So let's go talk to the save guy, because the save menu isn't going to be accessible from here. Did you progress? Yes. Oh, I should probably change some things, shouldn't I? So let's say we save it. Oh boy, it really doesn't like that I messed with everything, huh? Why is it showing so many variables? That's weird. I don't know. It's showing a lot of different variables for whatever reason. Huh. So we save right here. Can I set things to default? I cannot. Okay, well, oh boy, where is this? What is this menu even from? Huh? Oh, this is a new menu that they added, huh? Okay, well that's cool. That's pretty cool and all. But that's a lot of work for tired brain Seth, so we're gonna worry about that not now. We're gonna make a different one. Different little placeholder map. Not map. No, not that. Is there a quit menu? Cause I could probably come up with something cool for like a little hideaway menu for the quit. Like it could be all the characters being like, "No, don't leave. We need your assistance. We're all gonna die." It's if you guys have played any like old FPS games, those would always be like, "Oh, only a lame-o would leave the fight now. Press Y to quit the game if you're a coward." And we could sort of do something along those lines. Okay, so is there a quit menu? End. Okay, there is. So we'll take we can just even take this sort of box concept, shove it up in the corner with all the characters being like, "No." Real small. Let's shrink this down a lot. Keep shrinking it. Keep shrinking it. And we'll just put a box here. And we get rid of it. Oh, I put it on the wrong layer. box go here. And then we'll, something like that. And we'll save that as quit. Okay, let's see if that one shows up. Quit. Quit. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much exactly how it should look. So we can put this right up in this, this little box here. Where is it? There it is. Give it an opacity of 0. Yeah, so now you get this, this little box up here. Okay, cool. I'm probably gonna send these to my artist tonight, so he can at least have a general idea of what this should look like. Yeah. So, okay, so what I want to do is come up with a good little menu for equipping stuff. At least a good layout. Probably gonna have some space right here for him to do things. I think I'm just gonna do this one asset, and then I'm gonna probably call it a night because I'm a little low on steam, little steamed out. Kind of felt like I had more energy, but I got a good chunk of work done today, and I was, I suppose, a little more worn out than I had expected. So, no, that is just how it goes. Can't expect every stream to be as fun and energetic as last Thursday's, which was hoo-wee. That was a fun one. Wednesdays. That one was fun. Alright, so we're gonna need a description box. We're gonna need a list box. And we're gonna need so we're gonna need 4 main boxes. So say we're gonna need the let's try to condense it to right here so we have this space to work with. So you'll have your list of your full list of items right here. That's not the right color. Your full list of items right about here. You'll have a little description box right there. So we can even do a little something like this. So this is like the equip whatever. And then we have this box, which is where it'll be the description. So we've got 1, 2... Okay, so we got... Oh, I need this too, don't I? Ah, shoot. Okay, well, I guess I can just condense it a little more. So we shift this up as well. So we pull this on down like that. And we'll do that. It's not the cleanest thing in the world. And honestly, this one I think would probably be best just to leave it up to him. But I would really like to have an in-depth meeting and discuss all this stuff individually. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. Yeah, okay. So, got a lot of little small things I was hoping to get done today. I think I'm gonna, before I go live tomorrow, I'll have a bit of a stronger idea of what I want to do in mind, so I don't have to do like what I did today and sort of fumble around trying to think of something that I should get done. But this might just be a good time to take it a little easier on the project, since there's only so much that I can do right now. So, might be a good time just to chill. Maybe I'll do like a gaming stream tomorrow just for fun, if I don't really have anything big to do on the game. So, who knows? You never know. So, yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Yeah, that's pretty much just it. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Gotta get a little bit of work done. yeah, make sure to tune in tomorrow for, the usual. So, that being said, have a great rest of your evening, and I will